In the dim glow of the city's finest eatery, the Azure Summit, Elena Harper couldn't wipe the grin from her face. At 35, this poised woman of color felt like she'd stepped into her own fairy tale. It was their inaugural date night as spouses, just 3 weeks after a simple city hall ceremony that had sealed their bond. Across the linen-draped table sat her new husband, Marcus Hale, his sharp features softened by the flicker of candlelight. "Elena, what's got you beaming like that?" he teased, his voice a gentle rumble. "Did I spill something on my tie?" She laughed, swirling her chilled sparkling wine, the effervescence dancing on her lips. "Just soaking it all in. This place, it's like I've won the lottery." And she meant every word. Orphaned 3 years back when her folks passed in a tragic accident, Elena had pieced together a solitary existence. Her days revolved around her thriving nursery, Petal Haven, where as lead arranger, she coaxed beauty from stems and petals. Evenings brought her back to the snug 2-room flat her parents had left her in the heart of the bustling district, a warm haven amid the urban hum. But the quiet nights had weighed heavy, until Marcus strolled in. Tall and magnetic at 42, with silver threads weaving through his dark hair that only amplified his allure, he'd entered her shop seeking a vibrant arrangement for his aunt. Instead, he lingered, sparking conversations that flowed like old friends reuniting. Their courtship was swift yet seamless. He skipped the predictable bouquets, opting for her cherished sunflowers, knowing they spoke volumes to someone immersed in blooms. He absorbed her tales of family barbecues, late-night deadlines, and whimsical aspirations from girlhood. Solid, honorable, he seemed the anchor she'd craved. "I'm the fortunate one here," Marcus replied, his fingers enveloping hers, steady and reassuring. "Snagging someone as genuine as you. Pure serendipity. Aunt Vivian can't stop singing your praises. She's plotting when we'll haul your belongings to our shared sanctuary." Elena chuckled at their playful term for the modest 3-bedroom townhouse they'd soon inhabit together. For now, Marcus bunked with his Aunt Vivian Hale, a pillar of the community as a senior clerk in municipal services. Elena admired her instantly, poised yet nurturing. Vivian had enveloped her in familial embrace from day one. The server, a lanky youth with impeccable poise, topped off their glasses. The venue's overseer, a burly fellow in his late 40s named Harlan Voss, had already circled their table thrice, murmuring assurances directly to Marcus with a deference that made Elena's cheeks flush. Marcus handled it gracefully, exuding quiet authority. "Chatted with Aunt Viv earlier," he continued, savoring a mouthful of Cabernet. "She's over the moon for us. Says you've tamed me at last, the best catch I've ever made." It warmed Elena to hear. She knew of his prior flings, but he glossed over them, chalking it up to mismatched vibes. The history didn't matter, their present did. Then, his phone buzzed insistently in his tailored jacket. Marcus fished it out, his brow furrowing briefly at the screen. "Pardon me, love," he said, rising smoothly. "Work won't quit. Insistent bunch, I'll take it in the foyer," back in a flash. "Order that berry tart you adore." He bent to brush a kiss on her temple before striding away. Elena admired his poised gait, the fine cut of his attire. Bliss enveloped her, the world aligned perfectly. She surveyed the room, affluent diners, subdued jazz, the soft chime of silverware. Nearby, at an adjacent booth, an older lady dined solo, idly tracing patterns in her herbal tea, her gaze fixed oddly on Elena. Elena offered a courteous nod, but the woman remained stone-faced, her features tugging at a distant memory. Then it clicked, the kindly patron from Petal Haven, forever selecting vivid marigolds, whom the staff dubbed Marigold Mira in jest. Mira Langford, if Elena recalled right. Always gracious, soft-spoken, bidding farewells with genuine cheer. Yet tonight, she transformed. As recognition dawned, the elder glanced toward the foyer, then laboriously stood, shuffling to Elena's side. She leaned in close, her breath carrying hints of chamomile and dread. Dear, heed me now, she murmured, voice quivering like autumn leaves. Her pallor was ghostly, eyes wide with raw horror that sent shivers racing down Elena's spine. From her weathered satchel, she extracted a hefty roll of notes, bound by elastic, and thrust it into Elena's grasp. He's a beast, she wheezed, her chilled digits clamping like manacles. My girl wed him. She's no more, gone forever. Grasp it. Summon a ride-share, bolt via the lavatory pane. I scarcely escaped with my skin. Elena sat paralyzed, the bundle heavy in her fist. Delirium? Mistaken identity. You must have me confused, she faltered. No error, the woman insisted, tears brimming. Flee. She withdrew abruptly, tottering toward the foyer. Elena's thoughts swirled in turmoil. Prank. Madness. Yet the currency felt tangible, the panic in those eyes undeniable. She peered at the entrance, and her pulse surged. There 2 hulking figures loomed, shaved heads, bulky frames squeezed into mismatched wool coats that jarred against the venue's elegance. No diners their eyes prowled the space, locking onto her with predatory intent. Strangers entirely, Marcus had name-dropped kin, but these evoked no kinship, only peril. The elder's ravings crystallized into peril, mere paces away. Reason evaporated, survival roared. Elena surged upright, snatching her clutch, jamming the cash inside, toppling a seat in her haste toward the hallway restrooms. Gasps trailed her, she ignored them. Into the powder room she dashed, slamming the latch and sagging against the panel, breaths ragged. What madness gripped the night? The woman's plea echoed, ride, window. Fumbling her device, fingers fumbling on the slick tile, she activated the ride app. Destination. Not residence, too risky. The nursery, her bastion of security. As the app hunted a vehicle, she scanned, a narrow, opaque casement high on the wall. Scaling the porcelain counter, she peered out, her stomach plummeted. Iron gratings sealed it tight. No egress there. Alert chimed, silver sedan, plate 492, en route, 2 minutes out. She dropped down, main doors it was. Steel herself, she approached the latch, then froze. Filling the frame stood Harlan Voss, his earlier warmth evaporated into icy disdain. Pardon, I must leave, Elena stuttered, sidestepping. One moment, ma'am, he intoned flatly, immovable. And then, a silken, achingly known timbre drifted from beyond. It's fine, Voss. My bride's merely frazzled from the week's toll. I'll handle it. The overseer inclined his head, retreating, sealing the portal. The lock's grind sealed her doom, the stark snick of tumblers. Footfalls neared, Marcus's. Elena yanked the handle futilely, solid timber barred her. His tone filtered through, placid as coaxing a fretful pet. Elena, darling, unlock it. What's amiss? You alarmed Voss. Just a headache, eh? She gets episodes, I'll soothe her. Headache. The deception chilled her marrow. This man, her partner, morphed into enigma. The affection, the devotion, all facade. Reality, sealed confines, those bruisers, the elder's abject fright. Dread surged, constricting her chest. The space mocked her, pristine porcelain, ornate spigots, a vast reflector capturing a wild-eyed specter, not her, the composed curator of corsages, adept at soothing irate clients and wilting orchids. Such plots belonged to tawdry serials, not her tapestry. Action beckoned. Bars on windows, bolt on door, yell. Feudal, Voss colluded, patrons would swallow Marcus's tale of spousal woes. Hysteria would summon those relatives, bundling her away to fates unspeakable. Desperation scanned, beside the entry, a crimson panel, glass-shielded lever, the emergency signal. Pause gripped her, false alert, uproar. But her existence already unraveled, this siren might unravel her chains. Resolve ignited. Clutch in hand, its hefty clasp her tool, she swung fiercely. Crack, fissures spiderwebbed. Elena, cease that racket. Marcus barked, edge sharpening. You're embarrassing me. Embarrassing him. Fury fueled her blows. Third strike shattered the shield. Thumb slammed the trigger. Pandemonium erupted, a shrill, piercing wail assaulted the air, reverberating off surfaces, a symphony of salvation. Curses erupted beyond, damnation, what's she triggered? Voss bellowed. Steady, false trigger, my wife's glitch, Marcus overrode, but turmoil drowned him. Footsteps thundered, cries pierced the din, her window. Then, acrid wisps invaded via ducts, kitchen mishap amid frenzy, no doubt. For Elena, it amplified the frenzy, haze thickened, conviction solidified. Unlock it, fool, folks trapped, a voice assailed Voss. The key rasped, she retreated, muscles coiled. Portal burst inward, Voss, crimson-faced. Servers jostled, patrons wailed behind. He lunged words, grasp, but she shouldered past, exploding into the hall. The hall was bedlam, appending furnishings, shattering crystal, faces napkin-masked against creeping fog. Elena glimpsed Marcus amid the fray, scanning wildly. Their stares clashed, his held no remorse, only glacial fury. He advanced, too slow. She dove into the throng, shoving toward freedom, pardon, through, please. Down the ornate steps, into crisp fall dusk, siren fading as distant wails of responders swelled. No glance back, instinct propelled her blocks away, to a shadowed curb where she halted, heaving against stone, tears mingling with exertion. Her device pulsed, ride arrived, silver sedan idling. The cabbie, a weary soul in his 50s, arched a brow as she tumbled in. Miss, you okay? Look like trouble's on your tail. Drive, quick as you can, Elena panted, reciting the nursery's locale. Tires peeled, she slumped, adrenaline ebbing to void. Who was Marcus truly? What scheme ensnared her? And Myra's daughter, she's no more. The phrase haunted like tolling bells. Silent, she traced street lamps blur, then tallied fare from Myra's roll, tipping generously. Godspeed. Petal Haven's facade loomed, her realm of solace, each arrangement her artistry. Keys jangled erratically before yielding. Within, earthy loam, jasmine whispers. She barricaded entry, flicked the rear alcove's low lamp. Here, her nook, worn settee, scarred desk, her tablet, a steaming mug ritual. She collapsed, quakes racking her frame for an eternity, until steadied. Next steps. Authorities? My spouse trapped me, an elder shoved cash, urged flight. Scoffed away as domestic drama. Only Myra's funds remained, her nest egg, painstakingly saved, sat vulnerable in digital vaults. Safeguard it, reroute to a dormant backup card. Tablet word to life, sluggish. Banking portal, credentials fumbled thrice. Access granted, relief flickered. Balance intact. Initiate shift to obsolete payroll chip, still active. Details inputted, code punched from text, submit. Spinner whirled eternally. Then, crimson alert, transfer blocked. Accounts suspended pending fraud inquiry. Initiated by spouse, Marcus Hale. The glare seared, spouse, once endearment, now shackle. He'd anticipated, orchestrated while she dined oblivious. Not mere intimidation, total dispossession. Retry yielded same rejection. Terror ossified her, the nursery, his knowledge of her retreats, spelled peril. Evacuate, now. One refuge endured, her parental legacy flat, unassailable. Tablet stowed with funds, coat donned, she double-locked her domain, vanishing into nocturnal chill. Another ride summoned, shadows her sentinel. En route, vignettes assaulted, Marcus aiding kitchen renos here, shared giggles over furnishings there, lazy mornings with brews. Each poisoned, threads in his web culminating tonight. Her block neared, weathered 6-story edifice, sentinel oak at threshold. Fair settled, she bolted upward to 4th-floor haven, door 42, hers. Keys slipped, clattering echoes. Retrieval, insertion, resistance. Both mechanisms jammed as if sabotaged. Denial surged, frantic probes confirmed. Matches? Glue? Hysteria crested, knocks escalated to pounding. Open, it's me. Residence. Silence. Then, opposing portal creaked, Lena Torres, childhood ally next door. Elena? What's the commotion, girl? Lena, entry denied, locks tampered. As words escaped, her door eased ajar. No Marcus, no enforcer, instead, a disheveled matron in her 60s, threadbare gown and scuffs, exuding irritation. Grease aromas wafted. What racket? Hours late, scram. Elena gaped, voiceless. This my place. The woman snorted. Rented fair and square. You? Doors creaked ajar, grizzled Mr. Patel from above, fresh-faced duo below, all agog. Footfalls ascended, Marcus and Vivian Hale. Marcus feigned worry, Vivian, epitome of grace, sorrow-lined. Apologies for the disturbance, Marcus addressed the gallery, velvet-toned. Elena's strained, exhaustion's toll, unraveling. En route to collect her, restore calm. Vivian clasped Elena's elbow, chill as frost. Sweetheart, no need for spectacle. Join us, repose, mend. We're here for you. Onlookers' confusion morphed to nods. Vivian, esteemed in housing oversight, commanded trust. Elena's recent edginess. Breakdown plausible. Gazes shifted, sympathy laced with doubt. My home, from family. Elena wrenched free. Who's she? Misunderstanding, dear, Lena interjected, firm yet kind. You mentioned strains, loans. Ashamed to question Vivian's aid. Marcus exhaled theatrically. Lena's spot on. Elena faced fiscal woes. To shield from liens, we vested title with Aunt Viv temporarily, safeguard measure. She leased to this tenant meantime, all above board. The matron chimed, contract signed, legit. Blatant fabrication stunned Elena. Lies, no debts, no transfers. Marcus's eyes drooped pityingly. To Vivian, Aunt hated publicity, but... Briefcase unclasped, dossier extracted, stamped deed. Witness, he proffered, angling for all. Final sheet thrust near, Elena's flourish, Harper, Elena, authentic. Flashback pierced, 4 nights prior, fireside flick, Marcus with sheath. Babe, these for bills, filings, post-nuptial busy work. Sign here, I'll manage errands. Trusting, unscrutinized, she'd inscribed at tabs. Self-sabotage, gleeful. The script blurred her vision, neighbors' murmurs, Vivian's coos, tenants' huff, ocean roar. Her hand had bartered her sanctuary. Emboldened, Elena scoured deeper, forms whispered of Marcus's shadows, con artistry masked as matrimony, Vivian complicit in forgeries. A lead, Myra's surviving kin, a niece in suburbs probing the disappearance. Number procured via outreach site. Fingers steadied, dial. Hello. This is Elena Harper, met Mira last eve. She aided me. Against him. The niece, Sophia, voice edged urgency, Mira. God, she's evaded him years. My aunt, her daughter, poisons, staged as mishap. We're building case, police stonewalled by Vivian's pull. Your encounter, proof. Alliance forged, Sophia dispatched a contact, a tenacious investigator unbound by bureaucracy. Elena met him at a nondescript cafe by noon, disheveled but defiant, recounting the night, proffering the cash roll as exhibit. Investigator Reyes, grizzled and shrewd, nodded gravely. Timeline fits. Hale's trail, 3 priors, spouses evaporated, assets siphoned. Your sig on that deed. Coerced consent, voidable. Accounts. Spousal claim flimsy sans court nod. He taped her statement, snapped pics of funds. Stay low, will subpoena, unravel their net. Days blurred in the inn's confines, Elena sustaining on sparse meals, paranoia shadowing every creak. Calls from Sophia updated, warrants brewing, Vivian's facade cracking under audit. Then, breakthrough, Reyes rang, Hale's pinched at the precinct. Forgery ring exposed, your restaurant dash triggered cams, Voss flipped under pressure. Myra's testimony seals it, daughter's vanishing ruled homicide. Relief flooded as Elena, flanked by Sophia and Reyes, approached the courthouse steps. Charges mounted, fraud, endangerment, conspiracy. Vivian crumbled in interrogation, bartering tales of Marcus's decades-long grift. Elena's flat reclaimed, accounts thawed, justices tied. Months on, Petalhaven bloomed anew, Elena at helm, wiser, unbowed. Mira visited often, marigolds in tow, their bond a testament to heated whispers. In quiet evenings, Elena reflected, from peril's brink, she'd forged strength, turning deception's snare into liberation's bloom. The city, once cold, now cradled her anew, roots deep, petals unfurling toward light.